the subway was late again. The crowd on the platform groaned in collective frustration as the screen blinked another 10-minute delay. Among the sea of suits, earbuds, and scrolling thumbs stood an old man in a tattered coat, holding a sketchpad. His beard was snow-white, his shoes worn to the sole. No one spoke to him. No one noticed him. Except for Jordan. Jordan, 27, a software engineer and fresh transplant to New York City, had just wrapped another grueling 12-hour shift. He was tired, homesick, and wondering again why he ever left his peaceful Midwest town. He noticed the old man quietly sketching, his hands trembling slightly, yet graceful with each stroke. Curious, Jordan leaned closer. The sketchpad was filled with portraits, tired faces, sharp suits, hopeful eyes, worried wrinkles, all drawn with stunning detail. He looked up and caught the old man's gaze. "You see them," the old man said softly. "But I study them." Jordan chuckled, unsure if it was insight or eccentricity. "You an artist?" The old man tilted his head. "Used to be. Once worked on movie sets. Drew scenes before they became real. But time makes you invisible." Jordan nodded, unexpectedly struck. He offered a seat on the bench beside him. "Tell me about it," he said. Over the next 20 minutes, the old man, he introduced himself as Henry, unspooled stories of a life rich in adventure and disappointment. He once painted for a Broadway set, mentored a young man who would go on to win an Oscar, and lost his wife of 40 years to cancer. After retirement, he'd fallen through the cracks, shuffled between shelters, his savings drained by hospital bills. "I've got nothing left to give," Henry said, though his eyes betrayed a flicker of something deeper. "Except stories. And maybe these." He held up the sketchpad, pages fluttering in the breeze. Jordan's heart pulled. Here was a man who had shaped the world behind the curtain, now unseen in the crowd. "You've got more to give than you think," Jordan murmured. A week later, Jordan did something impulsive. He scanned a few of Henry's sketches and posted them on Reddit with a short caption, "Met this incredibly talented artist on the subway. He's got stories that could fill books and hands that bring faces to life. Someone needs to see this." He didn't expect much. By morning, the post had gone viral. Artists, filmmakers, journalists, people from around the world were moved. Within days, a local gallery offered to host a showcase. Donations poured in. Henry was offered housing, a commission to illustrate a children's book, and a job mentoring young artists at a community center. The night of his exhibit, Henry stood in front of a wall lined with his work, surrounded by admirers. Jordan watched from the back, holding back tears. "You saved my life," Henry told him later, gripping his shoulder. Jordan shook his head. "You reminded me what life's about. In a world that values speed, success, and shiny new things, sometimes it takes a weathered hand and a sketchpad to remind us, experience is not a relic, it's a treasure. And when we take the time to see each other, really see, we unlock the kind of beauty that changes lives."